It's the Lone Star Lasso. We need a new nickname for this one. Both teams need a new direction. Cowboys come in on a 4-game losing streak.
Oh my goodness, the Cowboys have yet another low light.
Texans have dropped 2 straight, 3 of their last 4. That last one stung, man.
Just good!
Houston still in first place at least, but their injuries at wideout have been a real drag to their offense, and so has their O-line. They've gone 4 straight games without cracking 24 points, hanging around 22 per game this season.
A little trickery to start this, and the Lions are all over it. It is a loss of 6.
Maybe Dallas's defensive players are the droids they're looking for. They've been a sieve in 2024, giving up almost 29 points per game and landing dead last in the red zone.
Hurts for another Eagles touchdown.
They gave up 34 to Philadelphia. They went 4 for 5 in the red zone against the boys. Now they take on C.J. Stroud. He's been listening to old school Beatles the last couple weeks. Sub-65 passer ratings, back-to-back games, 2 picks against Detroit against a lone TD.
Stroud intercepted.
Help, he needs somebody. Specifically, the someone he needs, Nico Collins. He was close last week, so we'll see. Stroud isn't up against a stout pass defense at least. Cowboys 31st in rating allowed. Gave up a 115 rate to Hurts last week, 2 touchdowns.
Able to shake off the pressure, fires to the end zone, and it's caught by Dallas Goedert.
Their secondary dealing with maybe Collins and John Mechie. He stepped up. He went for 5 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown last week.
Touchdown, Mechie! What a moment for John Mechie!
Tank Dell, 39 yards versus Detroit. Dalton Schultz, 66.
Beautiful throw, Dalton Schultz.
One way Dallas could trouble Stroud, their pass rush, which finally got Micah Parsons back, and boom, they go for 5 bags, Parsons with 2.
Wow, boy, is he back or
Does
what?
he make a difference?
And he could eat versus Houston's line. 4 sacks taken against Detroit. That makes 3 out of their last 4 that they've taken 4+ sacks.
Sack for the Lions and a loss of 12 yards.
It's why you see lots of Joe Mixon receptions these days. 44 receiving yards last week, found the end zone for a 5th straight game.
Mixon was on his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Cowboys' rush defense got pounded by Philadelphia's rush attack for 187 yards on the ground, 4.7 allowed to runners for the season.
And he's taken off. Hurts. Plenty of room.
Not much to be excited about with that Cowboy defense, maybe less with their O, averaging just under 20 points this season.
3rd and 8.
And managing only 6 points last week with a dismal 3 for 14 on 3rd down.
Well, that's just not going to be enough.
Cooper Rush, rough outing with just 45 yards, 2 yards per attempt, landed him on the bench.
It's going to be Trey Lance, the former number 3 overall pick.
Trey Lance came in, got picked off.
Lance lofts it, and he's intercepted.
66 yards total, 2.3 per attempt. Boys, the Bobs have a question. What is it that you say you do here?
They're trying to figure things out. They're not executing at a good enough level.
And don't tell me you deal with the customers, because Boys fans aren't a happy bunch right now. Next up, a Texans pass defense that comes in off a 5 INT excursion, and they weren't picking off Jack Cap Rooney. That was Jared Goff, or Mr. Perfect as they call him.
Goff going to take another deep shot for Jameson Williams. That is 5 interceptions for Goff.
Corners will tangle with CD Lamb this week. He's not enjoying life without Dak. Held to just 21 yards versus Philadelphia despite 10 targets.
Lamb has been completely contained.
Lone bright spot for Dallas's offense last week, Rico Dowdle. Back-to-back 50-plus yard games, putting up 4.4 yards per carry. I mean, that's almost twice the production as the passing game produced, so why not put in an order for 55 Dowdle runs this week?
Dowdle, nice move, and the Cowboys are driving after that 19-yard gallop.
Texans' rush defense he squares off with held Detroit to 3.3 yards per carry, 105 yards, though they're still giving up 4.6 per carry on the season. Battle for Texas has been fought 6 times. Dallas up 4-2, won the last in 2022. First time it went down, 2002, year the Texans were born. The very first game in franchise history, the first TD in their history, their first drive. David Carr to Billy Miller. Defense picked off Quincy Carter once. Houston never trailed 19-10.